Welcome back to Bad Axe Bourbon. I'm Bobby. All right, let's get this one started, people. I'm excited about this one. I'm doing the 10 best bourbons of California. 10 of them, people. All bourbons. A couple of them are finished. There are unfinished versions of them that are still pretty good. But I'm just going the top 10 best bourbons of California. Let's get it started. So, no particular order I'm bringing them up in. I'm just reaching for them, bringing them up, let you know what it is, tell you a little bit about it, and I'll put them in the description box. So here we go. Getting right to it. So, hey, also, I'm sipping on one of them. This happens to be my favorite one right now. And when I'm done with these, when I'm done with all 10 of these things, I'll let you know which one it is, all right? Wow, this is dang good. And I didn't even know about this one till a few weeks ago, right? This one is crazy good. My number one until I hit this one is really good too. And it's close with another one. I'll let you know. I have a top 3 that I kind of rotate. All the other ones are still really good. This is just what I prefer, at least right now, anyway. So, hey, cheers to that. Let's get started. The 10 best bourbons in California. All right? Cheers to that. Man, that's good. Woo! Oh, let's grab. Of course, everyone knows this one. Almost didn't even put it in here. Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. Right? Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. I'm going to get my Bad Axe glasses out for this one. All right, gotta read a lot of little letters, people. A lot of little words out here. So, the Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Bourbon Whiskey is bottled in California, Sonoma County. It's in the Napa Valley. This is 90 proof. Pipe Dream is meticulously crafted from hand-selected barrels aged at least 4 years. Aging our barrels in the temperate climate Northern California coast allows for a slow and even extraction of flavor, producing a whiskey of exceptional balance and complexity. And a nice little fun note on here that Redwood Empire does is you buy a bottle and they'll plant a tree. That's one of the things that they do. We're in California, they do stuff like that, right? So I almost didn't put this on there because everybody knows what it is, but it is from here. And it's really good. Get some wood chips out of the way. I'm gonna start lining these suckers over here. Way over there. That's not the number 1 spot. That's just the first one I did. So next, what we got here? We got Engine 49 Barrel Strength Bourbon Whiskey, El Dorado Hills, California. And this is a barrel strength. It's a 120 proof. You guys like that cool logo? That label's pretty sick, right? That is a sick label. Old steam engine right there. I like that. The 49 comes from Highway 49 in California. It's an area. It's a highway that goes through an area where this is located. So that's where Engine 49 came from. And it's a tip of the hat to firefighters, obviously, but a lot of wildland fires through there. So it's kind of tip of the hat to them. Non-chill filtered. Aged, blended, and bottled by Amador Distillery, El Dorado Hills, California. See that right there? It's got a little, I don't know if you guys see this or not, but it says time to refill. It's red on black, so maybe if it was white on black, it'd have been better. You can read it a little easier, but it says time to refill. So when you get about right there, it's time to refill. So that's kind of cool. Awesome label. There we go, there's that. Next up, we got Sonoma Bourbon. Sonoma Bourbon. I believe this is the only wheater from Sonoma County. Premium California whiskey, Sonoma Bourbon. Distilled and bottled in Sonoma County, California. Sonoma Distilling Company. Oh, see, some of them have the mash bill on here too, so that's kind of cool. So let's read it. 70% corn from California and Midwest, 25% wheat from California and Canada, and 5% malted barley from Wyoming. Classically double pot distilled in Sonoma County, California. Flavor profile, cool, that's kind of cool on here too. Toasted vanilla, almond, toffee brittle, and coffee. Well, they always make them sound delicious, so yeah, I'd have to taste it again. You guys want me to do another video? I'm not doing it right now. Another video where maybe I'll blind all of these all in one video, or maybe a live stream. Let me know what you want. Maybe I'll blind them all on a live stream. Or you let me know. Let me know what you want me to do, if you want me to do that at all. So, especially after what I tell you my top 2, 3 are. All right, see if I'm a liar or not. Anyway, there's that. Right, next up, we got Rod and Hammer Slow Stills Cask Bourbon. Right there, slow it's a little acronym for San Luis Obispo. San Luis Obispo County. This is 112 proof from California. They got their little logo here. It says San Luis Obispo right there, but it says slow made. Yeah, these distilleries are pretty cool. So we got Rod and Hammer Slow Stills Cask Bourbon. So it's cask strength bourbon whiskey, pulled at full strength straight out of the barrel, uncut and non-chill filtered to showcase the spirit in its true and bold form. Notes of caramel, maple, and robust deepened oak develop with a gentle spiciness. Yeah, I remember it being spicy and pretty good. And what I also remember down there, cool little distillery. So if you get a chance to go there, you go visit distillery, go do it. Really nice people, great to talk to, though they're full of information. They had in there like small barrels. Anyway, you could purchase some. They'll put your logo on the top of the barrel and they'll just sit it there and age it for you. But the really cool part about it is they have them in the distillery where they have little parties, and when you go have tastings and all that stuff, and you sit amongst those barrels. So you can see who's got little barrels up there. Sometimes it's just companies, you know, whatever company you can think of, you can see their little logo on there. You'd be surprised, like, really? That's pretty cool. Go check it out. I'm just going off memory from a conversation. I may be wrong, but they'll age it in there for you. I could probably pick the amount of months that you want it in there as well, or maybe there's like a 1, 2, 3 months or weeks or whatever. But it is kind of cool to see your logo up there. I'm trying to get a Bad Axe Bourbon logo on there, to tell you the truth. You know, hopefully I can work something out with Corbin Cash or Sabbatical, or both. Anyway, you haven't seen Sabbaticals yet, so there. We'll get to that. Anyway, Slow Stills, Rod and Hammer's Cask Bourbon. Some pretty good juice right there. Next up, JJ Pfister High Rye Bourbon. Was just there, did a video inside the restaurant portion of the distillery. Great food in Sacramento, California. Right, oh my goodness, incredible food, great drinks, great people. Again, a cool little tour of the distillery. It was fun. It was fun. Go check out the video of JJ Pfister Distilling Company. We went there for my wife's birthday. We had a great time. So straight bourbon whiskey. Actually, I got one of the last, was it a 7-year single barrel high rye bourbons that they had there, but you could see that this isn't it because it might be gone. Anyway, this one is batch 3, and what do they got here? 1% of the portion of when you purchase these bottles goes to charities. I believe it's like a wetlands or something right around there in a local area that they help out. It's on the website as well, along with their delicious menu of food. So this is distilled in Indiana though, so I'll give you one guess what that is. Probably MGP or Ross and Squibb now. That's okay, I like it. But it's a high rye bourbon, and we'll jump down to the tasting notes here. This special bourbon has a balanced mouthfeel with notes of butterscotch leather, creme brulee, cherry pie, and dark chocolate. Our handcrafted rye bourbon is best served neat or on the rocks. Oh, I have some masters still here. Brian Keck, he is the great-great-grandson of J.J. Pfister. What else we got here? We got Sabbatical Labs. This is Sabbatical straight bourbon whiskey finished in port casks. Check that sucker out. I just found out about them about 3-4 weeks ago, right? It is a really cool, clean place. Really way clean. You go into, I'm not saying these little distilleries are dirty. I'm not saying that at all. But this one was extra clean, like someone is cleaning it 24/7. And to get off topic really quick, I met Daniel Leonard. He's one of the co-founders and owners of Sabbatical. And I had a conversation with him. It looks like we're gonna try to do a live stream there at Sabbatical Labs because it's literally 20 minutes from my house. Really did not know it. What an incredibly great surprise, because this is some really good juice, people. There's just a straight table version of this, they call it, the straight bourbon whiskey. That's really good. But now they finished it in port casks, and this is a single barrel. Let me see. Let me just read this label to you. Straight bourbon, Sabbatical straight bourbon whiskey, finished in port casks, single barrel release, aged 3.5 years in American and French oak. This is batch number 3, bottle number 341 of 457. It is 94 proof, and this is from Victoria Island in Stockton, California. Stockton is Stockton. I think I'd lean more towards the Victoria Island, which is what they're doing, I think. But that is what it is. But this is some incredible stuff. This is a very limited expression from the Sabbatical Labs barrel finishing program. Finished in a single European white oak cask that previously held Tawny port. What I also like about this is that it says, please enjoy this Sabbatical right there, this whiskey basically, and it says neat. And there's other ones that'll say on the rocks or neat on the rocks. So that's kind of cool what it was designed for. It says designed for drinking neat. So that is really cool. So yeah, that's that one. Next up, we got Napa Valley Distillery, Son of a Bourbon. Oh, I'm sorry, it says Son of a Bourbon, damn smooth. This is 80 proof, which surprised the heck out of me because I remember I got this bottle. We got it in the mail. We used to belong to Napa Valley Distillery's quarterly delivery program. For 80 proof, it's incredible, I'm saying. And they have the Napa Valley Distillery Demerara syrup. Wow, that's the best Demerara on this planet. I'm telling you, it is incredible. We order specifically from them. If we're down to 2 bottles, we start ordering more, and hopefully they've got it. Or if we're going over there, we'll make sure to stop by the distillery and pick some up. So anyway, the Son of a Bourbon, the first bottle I had was sitting around here for just, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. And I was just like, yeah, it's 80 proof. And it's 80 proof. And we're doing something around the house. And then all of a sudden I said, you know what? Let me just try this. I'll do a video on it. I'll sip it. And I took a sip of that and I went, what? I was so surprised. It was 80 proof and has so much flavor. That's where I originally got orange Tic Tacs from, people. That note, orange Tic Tacs or creamsicle, that orange creamsicle sidewalk sundae type of thing where you have the vanilla in it and then the orange flavored popsicle, where it's not like a real orange flavor, it's just like a candied orange flavor, like orange Tic Tacs, right? So absolutely delicious for 80 proof. A lot of flavor in there for 80 proof. Really good. So before I knew it, by the end of that day, I was down to here on this bottle. This is a 375. That's all they come in. And I don't think I'd ever drink that much in a day. I'm like, and this was like just a few hours. I was like, oh my goodness. Did anyone else have any of this? And everyone else said no. I'm like, okay, I'm done. But really good, deceptively delicious, right? And that 80 proof allows you to drink it a little longer, all right? It's a great sipper. All right, what we got next? Corbin Cash Sour Mash Bourbon, which I didn't used to be a big Sour Mash fan. So Corbin Cash, near and dear to my heart. If you watch my videos at all, you'll know that my favorite rye on this planet, I'm saying it's the best rye on this planet, is Corbin Cash 1917 Merced Rye. But this is not it, but it's still a really good bourbon, and it's a sour mash, right? So we're not gonna go into what that means. Aged 4 years, and it's 106 proof. Still one of the coolest bottles. The shape, the script, that Corbin Cash, that old Western, tough, manly looking bottle, right? Old West looking. That's really cool. This one and the Smoke Wagon are really cool. Distilled and bottled by Corbin Cash Spirits, Atwater, California. This bourbon is made using traditional methods of leaving some old mash. So they're gonna say what sour mash is right here. This bourbon is made using traditional methods of leaving some old mash in the fermenter to help jumpstart the new batch and add a level of complexity to the flavor. We took an additional step to barrel age it at a lower proof, which gave us bourbon so smooth we decided to release it at barrel proof. Please enjoy responsibly. The Souza family, great people. Everybody that works down there at Corbin Cash, they're great people. If they weren't, they wouldn't be working there. I can tell you that right now. This is a really good bourbon. I'll just leave it at that. Next up, Hooker's House. Not what you think, even though you got those legs and the fishnet stockings on the label. Hooker's House. This is from Sonoma, California. What they don't do well at Hooker's House is corks. You see that cork right there is not a Hooker's House cork. I'm sure y'all recognize that cork right there. It's a Stag Junior cork. Cork broke, had to find one that fit. That one fit perfectly, so that's what we got. So we got Hooker's House Bourbon, Sonoma style American bourbon, established in 1849, straight bourbon whiskey, finished in Pinot Noir barrels. It is 100 proof. It is a high rye. It says General's strength, 100 proof. So that's what General Hooker must have liked. So let's go into that a little bit. The Hooker's House Sonoma style bourbon honors the infamous General Joseph Hooker, a Civil War veteran, Sonoma resident, ladies' man, and bourbon aficionado. We have hand-selected high-rye single-barrel bourbon, double-barreled it in vintage Pinot Noir barrels and blended it with Sonoma's spring water. The bold and spicy character of this bourbon is matched by the General's sometimes outrageous and indulging lifestyle. Although his military practices are often questioned, his love of bourbon and women cannot be. The spirit and legend of General Hooker, perfect name for him it sounds like, lives on in Hooker's House Bourbon, finished and bottled by Prohibition Spirits, Sonoma, California. Prohibition-spirits.com. Not to be confused with Prohibition Spirits Nulu, right? So there's that. Really good stuff. Finished in Pinot Noir barrels. Absolutely delicious as well. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got one left. This one is fairly new to me. Just found out about this one not that long ago. And I really couldn't find a whole bunch of information about it. So this is Black Saddle Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is bottled by Frank Lynn Distillers, Frank-Lynn, L-I-N, Fairfield, California, which is about an hour from me. That's all it says there. But what really caught my eye, it's 90 proof. What really caught my eye was it's aged 12 years. I'm like, what? How did I not hear about this? And it's just in my local Bevmo. Aged 12 years, right? I literally just found out about this. We're in a store not that long ago, Bevmo. And my Bad Axe son Parker says, "Hey, Bad Axe father." No, he didn't say that. He said, "Hey, Dad, why don't you let me pick a bourbon and we'll review it together." I said, "Right on. That sounds good. Go ahead and pick one." I said, "Just stay away from that glass case there." No, just kidding. I had a number in my head though, a price. So I say, "Go ahead and pick it." I didn't tell him, but he'll find out soon enough. I didn't tell him. He brings it back, brings me back this. And I said, "How much is that?" And he told me, it's only $60, $61. I said, $61? And I saw age 12 years on it. I'm like, we got to do this just because I'm curious now. An age statement like that for 60-ish bucks, yeah, we're doing that. And we'll probably end up throwing a couple others in there that have age statements that are around the same, you know, like 1792, age 12 years. Probably Weller, 12 year. I know that's weeded, so who knows though. Well, maybe we'll find another couple that are age 12 years. Anyway, that is the 10 best bourbons from California. If you know of a better bourbon, or you know of one that should be in here that's from California, you let me know, because I want to know about it. I really do. My Bad Axe wife and I make it a point to try to drive to all these distilleries and try them, and, you know, have a flight and taste all of them. So that's really cool. That's really fun to do. And when we do that, when we do that, we try to film it as well. So especially now. That's it for this one. Oh, I forgot something. I told you guys I was gonna tell you what I'm sipping on here, which I think is my favorite one right now. This guy right here, this Sabbatical right here. I haven't reviewed it yet, but it's coming quick. This is that Sabbatical straight bourbon whiskey finished in port cask. Goodness, it is so good. Wow. So these three right here, this was 80 proof, super good, easy sipper. But I'm gonna go these two over that. This one is, if I don't want it quite so sweet, I'm going to this one right here. It was my favorite, I think, until I hit that one. But it's a mood thing, right? You know, in 2 weeks from now, maybe that one jumps back up. But this one is sweet as well. Right now, I'm going with this one. Woo! Man, that's good. Yeah. And it says a sip it neat. Just how I like it. All right, people. That's it. What do we like to say in this channel? Sharing good bourbon with friends and family is Bad Axe. I'm Bobby. Thanks for watching. Till next time.